but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic's out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Doncic against Lillard. From the arc. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
First quarter, just over a minute played.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Back to Kleba. There's the pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Nurkic the pass to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to McCollum. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic finds Porzingis. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Portland.
You know, all that size and length there. When Porzingis is using his body like this, I mean, it forces the defense to be aggressive.
He hits both from the stripe.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Now, here's Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. Portland, no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in. Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. And Porzingis throws it down hard.
How about Porzingis with the fancy throwdown? Love seeing the big fella finish with that kind of power.
Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, and when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 10-point game. McCollum against Porzingis.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Powell, that's good.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now here's Porzingis. 8 points for him. Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Here's Cantor. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Hardaway finds Richardson. Back to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Richardson outside. Here's Porzingis. And Cantor pulls it down. Jones drives in. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And Redick kicks to Cauley Stein. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. And here are the Mavericks now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Fires from 14. Kicks it out to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Redick with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Brunson finds Porzingis. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Lillard dishes to Powell. Takes the 3. Mavericks with the rebound.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Here's Redick. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers trail by 12. And that one's good. Lillard.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
It's Redick on the wing. High post, Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And Doncic, here we go. Kleber, and Kleber slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And stolen by Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Outside, Redick. Portland grabs the miss. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. He kicks to Nurkic. Powell, the pass to Covington. Back to Powell. Over Redick. Nurkic trying to get open. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Mike Powell comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's good. Powell's got 6.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Kicks it out to McCollum. Passes it to Little. Back to McCollum. 5 to shoot. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Redick up top. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
McCollum against Richardson. The pass to Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Simons has got his first points of the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
It's McCollum on the wing from past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 rebounds. And that does it for our
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 6. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Doncic outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
All free throws good from Doncic. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They trail by 7. Kicks it to Powell. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. In the corner, Powell with it. Clock at 4. Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Now here's Richardson. Doncic kicks to Kleber. Bucket is good. He has 6.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Richardson cover. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Right wing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
You know what makes Porzingis a nightmare matchup, guys, is his size, skill, and agility.
Lillard against Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. The 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Dallas leading by 7. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. It's stolen by Little. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Hardaway finds Brunson. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Count it. Good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Cantor's got his second bucket of the night.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Brunson up top. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Simons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now here's Brunson. Guarded closer. Cauley Stein. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Cauley Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
Cauley Stein hits them both. 32 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now McCollum. He's got 10. The dish to Cantor. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Outside Hardaway.
Hey, yo, right here.
Richardson dishes to Hardaway. Back to Richardson. That will count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Anthony out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
Lillard against Doncic.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Richardson with it. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Here is Lillard. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Takes it from 10. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You can tell that Doncic is comfortable with his role. I mean, that role is to score and score often. He has no problems with that.
And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Over Porzingis. Hardaway with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. That one good for 2. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
So both teams making some changes here. Doncic passes to Richardson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. Just 5 on the clock. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Simons, the pass to Campbell.
And, you know,
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. From outside, off the mark. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's a 5-point game. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first basket.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. Porzingis passes to Doncic. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Lillard against Doncic. Back to Kleber. Passes it to Finney-Smith. He dishes it to Doncic. Shoots. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way. And here they go. Oh, it's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. It's in!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Lillard misses. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. The city of Denver is in full mode. And let's go straight up.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point guard position. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And Covington sends it back. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. There's the 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
McCollum finds Nurkic for 3. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
The kick out to Barton. That one, no good. Good D by Covington. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. They get the rebound. The feed to Nurkic. Now McCollum gets the 14-footer to fall.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Murray kicks to Jokic. The pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
McCollum, no good. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's McCollum on the wing. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Back to Powell. Now Lillard. From deep. Jokic grabs the miss.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Now here's Lillard. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Here's McCollum. Michael Porter making his last shot. McCollum passes to Lillard. And they get it. He feeds it to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Covington kicks to McCollum. And the basket by Lillard.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, no good.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters. I like to see the D with a little more energy out there. They kind of forgot about him.
For Denver, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Now here's McCollum. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We recently checked in with Joe.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there. Derek Jones is out there with McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point.
Well, that's just too easy for me. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Trailblazers keep it alive, and Kanter able to finish.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Gordon. Feeds to Millsap. And Millsap snaps it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Tipped away. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Campazzo. And now here comes Jones leading the break. McCollum no good. The Nuggets leading by 14. Gordon the pass to Green. And Jones over to help. McGee's shot is off.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup. Well, there are a few players in the league that can match McGee's athleticism. I mean, his whole career, he's been a class above with his speed and leaping. He'll make the most of it on both ends of the court.
And here's Gordon following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Martin passes to Jokic. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And see, Webb, you mentioned it with JaVale McGee. His vertical is off the charts.
Oh, yeah, he can get to alley-oops, GA, that nobody else can. The length and bounce he has is jaw-dropping. I mean, same goes for his shot blocking ability when he times it up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Covington into the lane. Millsap with the steal. Takes it from 10. And it's Murray with the jam.
I have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Porter. And another turnover here by Portland.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Lillard against Murray. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Now, here's Nurkic. Right on the bucket.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Passes it to Porter. Wide open look here for Murray. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And that one's good. Lillard.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Murray dishes to Porter. Floats it up for Murray. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And that one's good. Lillard.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Murray against Lillard. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Again, the miss by Lillard. Here's Millsap. The kick out to Porter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And here's McCollum. Oh, and he nails it just in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. And that's going to...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be given.
Got that one up quick. McCollum's got 17. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Nikola Jokic.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And that one drops for him. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. Here's Cantor. And he banks in the layup. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to McGee. There's the feed to Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got 4 points this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's McCollum. 17 points in the game. Porter pulls it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Martin passes to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's McCollum.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Little. Powell with the steal. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McGee. Millsap finds McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
There's the pass to Powell. For the 3, he wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Free throw, no good for Nurkic.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
Dozier passes to McGee. And he drops it in from the low post. McGee's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard from outside connects from three-point range. The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Pass to Dozier. .102 left to play here in the third. Millsap. Not going to go that time. Good D by Covington. Pass to Powell. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And a deep three from Lillard. That shot is off. And Denver the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Powell kicks to Lillard. Offensive rebound. Denver leading by 15. And Millsap, here we go, to the paint. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. He feeds it to Nurkic. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Denver out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now here's Murray. Outside, Green. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Barton is checked in. Trailblazers trail by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kanter finds Lillard. Count that one.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Murray outside. Outside Gordon. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Kanter, high post, working on Green. Lillard from outside. And it's Denver with the rebound. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And the basket by Gordon.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Lillard from outside. Green with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And there's the pass to Gordon. And it's Jokic in the corner. Shoots over Lillard. Nice D from Lillard. Trailblazers trail by 15. Jones, no one around him. Nets the corner three. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to 10 on the bucket from McCollum.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Murray with it. Kanter covered. Can it keep it going? And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones finds McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
The way he's firing from 3 today, they ought to keep riding.
And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Barton. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Chalk up 2 there.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he should. Solid from that in-between.
Barton outside. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Green. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. No good with the wing jumper. So the Nuggets win it even early on. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is up. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the 1. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Porzingis. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense. Moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
The pass to Kleber. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here's Finney Smith after the Nuggets pick up 2. Yes, that goes in. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Murray against Kleba. Gordon, crafty move. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
I'll tell you this, the interior game of Aaron Gordon is coming along. He is looking more comfortable and more confident in there.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Drops in the short one.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Doncic outside. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Porzingis, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the contest.
You know, there was so much hype around Kristaps Porzingis once he got off to a great start in his first year. And you just want to see him continue to grow and add dimensions to the offensive game every year. What's next? We'll see.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Porzingis tried to bank it in, but he misses. Nuggets have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And Barton throws it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. The finish. And Barton is going to throw it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the Mavericks with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Just 5 to shoot. Richardson with it. Now defended by Jokic. Richardson trying to break loose. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Stolen by Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Fires the 3. The shot misses. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. To halt the run, Gordon with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Jokic finds Gordon. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Brunson. Back to Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
Denver leading by 9. Campazzo, Brunson covering, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. Denver shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Gordon, and it's JaMychal Green in for Porter. Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Powell, the pass to Brunson. And a miss there on the triple. Barton against Reddick. Down low. Millsap got a hand on it.
Powell is exceptional at timing for blocks, rises up and sends it back.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Nuggets lead by 13. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Green, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Will Barton. Brunson kicks to Cauley Stein. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. And now Reddick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it goes down 2 points.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Mavericks trail by 13. Brunson scanning the floor. To the inside. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. The shot's good. Brunson with it. No points in the game yet for him. Reddick finds Brunson. Pass to Powell. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Paul Millsap picks one up.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. Murray outside. Inside, here's Jokic. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Richardson outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Porzingis. Richardson against Murray. Jokic passes to Murray. Count the basket. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Back to Doncic. A minute 20 left in the first half. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the block. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Murray, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
On the wing, Doncic. Right side, Porzingis. Out to Doncic. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Powell. Porzingis with the ball. A second chance effort. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. The offensive rebound. Powell, that's good.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points. You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
So we've reached. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead. And that does it for our half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Porzingis, here we go. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Down low. Here's the teardrop. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. No good on that one.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And here we go. And that one hits back iron.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And the shot goes in. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that. Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes. And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Well, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
Here's Murray. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Gordon. Kicks it out to Richardson. To the middle, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
1:58 left in the third quarter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Outside for Murray. He dishes it to Green. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Cauley Stein with it. Outguarded by Murray. Outside Hardaway. Back to Kleber.
And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleber grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell because in 2017, Kleber texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. The Mavericks pull it in. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out. Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And it's good for two. Green's got his first bucket in this one. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. The feed to Cauley Stein. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The Mavericks have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Stolen by Brunson. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Here's Murray, feeds it to Green. And stolen by Redick. For the finish, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Denver. Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Jamal Murray. Murray surveying the D. Dishes to Millsap. Back to Murray. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open team.
Back to Brunson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires top of the key. The putback, Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the left wing. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
It's Redick on the wing. To the inside. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Murray dishes to Millsap. Back to Murray. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Kleber, the pass to Porzingis. Shooting. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dozier passes to Jokic, makes it off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Here's Doncic. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Look at Doncic with the delivery.
Martin passes to Jokic. Fires from the wing. They get it again, and no good that time. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Hardaway with a wide open look. Nails the corner 3. Now just a 1-point Denver lead.
But how about the competitive nature of Tim Hardaway Jr.? Important spot, no problem.
Pass to Millsap. Porter trying to free himself up. Richardson against Barton. Here's Kleber. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gordon against Kleber to take the lead. It counts.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Murray outside. Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
4 on the shot clock. Doncic with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Doncic finds Porzingis. No good from 11 feet. Here's Dozier. They kick it out to Green. Down low. In the corner, Bull with it. missed it. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. That was a fun night of that. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Lillard again missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And Doncic, here we go. Outside, Porzingis. Richardson left side. 5 on the clock. Doncic, no good. And now Portland on the break. Pass to Powell. Over in the corner, Lillard. Shoots from the baseline. And too long on the shot. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. That one goes in. Porzingis has got the first points up on the board for the Mavs.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Lillard attacking. He feeds it to Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Richardson. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Basket counts.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard gets it to go.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. Marjanovic uses the glass to finish the layup. Marjanovic has got 5 now.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lillard looking around. The 3 from McCollum. The Mavericks pull it in. Now Marjanovic. He has 5. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Portland with the ball, following the score by Dallas.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. It's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Trailblazers trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oh, that's offensive interference. Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-4 run. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Kanter, and Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Hardaway finds Marjanovic. 35 seconds left to play in the first. 2 points. That one goes. Marjanovic has got 13 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 9-point game. It's Hardaway with the drive. And that one, good. He's got 15.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so McCollum nails both of them.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 9. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And so far through one quarter, oh, what a dunk!
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the paint. Kanter dishes to McCollum. One-on-one here. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Throws it up high, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first 2 points.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
To the right side. Down low. Shot on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 11. It's deflected. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Cauley Stein's shot is good. Cauley Stein's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Melly. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. That one falls.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Outside, Redick. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And the Mavericks lead by 15. Doncic against Lillard. 20 feet out. Buries the jump shot. He has 6.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Redick. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Powell finds Redick. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Redick's got 4 points now in the quarter. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. That one drops for him.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
And Redick, here we go. Pass to Finney-Smith. In the corner, Powell with it. Covington with the steal. Lillard against Doncic. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Nurkic up top. Cauley Stein defending. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Back to Doncic. Over Lillard. Doncic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 13. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one off the back iron and out. Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. And Redick, here we go. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Redick. Takes a three. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Lillard from outside. No good that time. And so it's down.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the two. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Boban Marjanovic. He's really playing well.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. McCollum's got 6.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Lillard. Rebounded by Hardaway.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Count that one. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Passes it to Hardaway. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Lillard outside. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. Hardaway goes in. 6 to shoot. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard dishes to Covington, and he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And stolen by Lillard. Covington passes to Lillard. Powell against Hardaway. And Lillard kicks to Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Powell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Three-pointer, Lillard. No good on the shot. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. A three-pointer, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Lillard. And here's Brunson. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Dallas leading by 6. It's Redick on the wing. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. Portland grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Anthony kicks to Cantor. McCollum against Doncic. Little dishes to McCollum. He gets it in there.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
Pass to Doncic. Now the dish to Cauley Stein. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Powell with the steal. Here's the break. Cauley Stein's shot is good. And the Mavericks lead by 8. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
McCollum passes to Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's Redick on the wing. And there's the feed to Cauley Stein. Outside for Redick. The 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's the main strength in Redick's game. His three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
McCollum outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Dallas leading by 9. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell is checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fellow really has a lot of game.
3-pointer Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
The drive by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Lillard against Doncic. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. 1:31 left here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Porzingis. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
A textbook kickback to set up the easy finish.
Doncic against Lillard. He kicks it to Powell. Pulls up on the wing. And it falls over the rim and in. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Doncic bounce pass. Marjanovic down low. Working on Nurkic. Redick passes to Marjanovic. Buries it down low.
How about that? Reddick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Lillard, and again, it's Portland converting.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Shoots over Lillard on the money. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Some good competition. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for The drama will unfold at Moda Center here in Portland, Oregon. The Nuggets taking on the Trailblazers. For the Denver Nuggets, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. Each game a new opportunity to prove their identity. Welcome to 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Powell in at the 3. Murray, good. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Second shot opportunity. That shot misses. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. The Blazers on offense. Lillard outside. Covington dishes to Lillard. Shot from the top of the key.
Love the determination by Murray on defense, really doing his best to pester these shooters. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Lillard against Murray.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Pass to Gordon. Pass to Barton. Poked away. Covington with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Over Murray. Lillard misses. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Porter kicks to Gordon. To the inside. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Gordon. 6 points for Jamal Murray. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. And good that time.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Lillard against Murray. Now, here's Jokic. He's tightly guarded. To the middle, here's Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Lillard against Murray. McCollum outside. Lillard up top. He's got 6. He kicks it to Nurkic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Gordon finds Jokic. Covington with the steal. Lillard left side. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And here's McCollum for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside. Here's Gordon. And the layup's good off the glass.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Here's Lillard, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's McCollum, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Who's watching here? To the wing right side. Loads it up. Whoa! I mean, that's a rugged play.
Goodness gracious. And one thing about Millsap, he knows his role in this offense. Good shot selection from him on that one.
Cullen passes to Kanter. Out to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The 19-foot shot. Again, McCollum missing.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this quarter.
Here's Dozier. Up and in on the layup. Dozier's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Mark against McCollum. Here's Kanter. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Dozier. And there's the pass to McGee. Down low. No good from Clark. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lillard misses. The Nuggets leading by 6. Lob pass to Gordon.
Always hustling. Gordon puts forth a serious effort there. Helps him to find his shot.
Lillard outside. And his offense just hasn't been there. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. No good from outside.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Got a piece of it. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in there. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Lillard against Murray. It's Powell on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. Up Tipped up Powell, guarded by Porter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Sometimes trailing in a game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Barton outside. Pass to Murray. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Barton. He's guarded closely. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Lillard against Barton. Now here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Now just a 3-point Denver lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the ball.
Oh, and he got it to fall.
No, wait, what?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 assists. And that does it for our half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Clark in at the 2-guard spot. Anthony dishes to McCollum. No good on the triple.
Knowing the kind of competitor he is, I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Passes to Simons. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Dishes to Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Oh, that's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Clark against McCollum.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Clark, the pass to McGee. Banked in off the glass. McGee's got his second basket.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Inside, here's McGee. It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Campazzo, covered by Lillard, and Covington sends it back.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Kicks it out to Lillard. For the tie. Count it, and the foul. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
Norman Powell's checked in for Jones. And the Nuggets making a change here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Here's Lillard. Great touch on the 16-footer. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Murray the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Lillard against Murray. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Here's Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lillard outside. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Barton passes to Gordon. And he gets it to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Anthony kicks to McCullough. There's the dish to Cantor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Crafty pump fake by Cantor right there. Outwitted the defender and won himself a trip to the line.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The Nuggets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. 30 seconds left to play here in the third. Millsap laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Millsap's got 7.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
McCollum against Clark. Cantor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Got to appreciate how aggressive Cantor is on offense. I mean, it's what earns him trips to the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he makes both free throws. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Pass to Dozier. And they pick up 2. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
This game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
Timeout, timeout.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
And so Clark nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. To the inside. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Back to Anthony. Kicks it out to Lillard. The three. The putback. The pass to Pau. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 5. Goes up again. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Denver leading by 3. Campazzo covered by Lillard. McGee inside. Anthony on him. They grab their own miss. McGee dishes to Millsap. Good work defensively by Anthony.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Good on the shot.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Pass to Millsap. Campazzo covered by Lillard. Here's Millsap. Second chance shot. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lillard outside to take the lead. That shot no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half and only 1 in the first.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Maybe we can give him a pass for that turnover, but only because he's been reliable up to now, mistake-free.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
And the first one drops. And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. And so Murray nails both of them.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
McCollum up top. Barton defending. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from McCollum.
Gotta like how calm McCollum is. Even in big parts of the game, you can depend on him to step his game up.
Porter kicks to Murray. Passes it to Gordon. Jokic with it. And he lays it straight in. And the Nuggets lead by 3. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
To the middle. Pass to Simon. McCollum outside to the paint. Cantor kicks to McCollum. The shot comes out. Good defense by Jokic. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Norman Powell comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paid off there.
And the basket by Lillard.
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Barton surveying the floor. Jokic with it. Now defended by McCollum. And he gets the whistle. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. On pass to Gordon. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
There's the pass to Dozier. Martin with it. Here's Dozier. The kick out to Barton. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard outside. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Stolen by McCollum. He dishes it to Lillard. Buries the triple.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
And stolen by Lillard. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And before we get...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, we've got Murray. Michael Porter's out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
And stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
So it's the Mavericks now, after the Nuggets pick up 2. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. Dallas moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Nice move. And then Gordon with the dunk.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
Here's Murray. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. It's good.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. To the left side wing. Doncic against Murray. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Pass to Doncic. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And he banks in the layup.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Passes it to Porter. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Finney-Smith following the score by Jamal Murray.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Left side, Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up, and the shot goes down. Gordon's got 6 points.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Kleber against Gordon. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Well, that's about decision-making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
Murray surveying the D. Over Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Here's Brunson. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, Redick. The shot misses. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver Nuggets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away.
Selfless. I mean, you need to look your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver, they've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Jamal Murray. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson finds Cauley Stein. Redick passes to Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
Murray outside. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside Hardaway. Brunson scanning the floor. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Down to Hardaway. Denver making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Has to Cauley Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kicks it out to Gordon. He feeds it to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
And you got to respect the physicality of Millsap. He can energize his entire team with that level of activity.
A different look for Dallas. Josh Richardson's checked in for Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Richardson attacking. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Cauley Stein. Yes, that goes in. Cauley Stein's got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Barton finds Millsap. Back to Barton. Bobbed up there for Green.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Gordon against Hardaway. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Will Barton.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic comes in for Green, and Porter subbed in for Gordon. And then for Dallas, Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Maxi Kleber in for Dwight Powell. Count that one.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
The pass to Millsap.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Nuggets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Both free throws good for Millsap.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Pass to Kleber. 43 seconds left in the first half. Here's Porzingis. And it's Jokic with the rebound. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
It's Richardson on the wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. From outside, off the mark. Outside, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
The 3 for Doncic. And that would have counted, but his shot was off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 assists. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. Passes it to Finney Smith. Back to Porzingis. Good defense by Jokic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Murray against Kleba. Porter passes to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Back to Jokic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Richardson against Barton. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. And it's good for 2. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
Jokic passes to Barton. The Mavericks pull it in. And they're moving it up. Here's Porzingis. And the shot goes in. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
Down low. Millsap misses. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Barton. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Porter. And he makes that one. Cauley-Stein's got 10 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Murray against Brunson. Here's McGee. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Powell.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Murray against Brunson. Murray, good. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Hardaway against Gordon. Cauley-Stein dishes to Hardaway. Shoots over McGee. Hardaway, no good. Denver leading by 4. Barton kicks to Green. The kick out to Barton. Pass to McGee. Over Cauley Stein. Misses off the right iron. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Nuggets lead by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Aaron Gordon out there with Green. Then there's Murray, and there's JaVale McGee. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Murray through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Here's Brunson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Campazzo. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Porter subbed in for Green. Count that bucket.
Well, you can see Tim Hardaway is in his element right now. This guy, a solid transition player. He knows where to get to.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Jokic passes to Murray. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. To tie it up, and it's sent back by Jokic. And they'll keep possession. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic with the bounce pass. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And stolen by Murray. Barton drives in. They could use a bucket. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Doncic.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And so he hits both.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Murray against Doncic. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
And Doncic throws it down.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. doing everything he can to rally his team.
Doncic outside. Back to Kleber. Clock at 6. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
The pass to Jokic. Back to Barton. Inside. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good. The Mavericks leading. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Richardson attacking. Out to Doncic. Down low. Tries from the block. And that one is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard up. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Doncic feeling it out. Over Murray. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. It falls!
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Up top, Doncic. For Murray. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so it